Us back here at the EBA Top 40 workout class of 2014 and 2015 on the court right now here in our girls division. Marcus Burnett. I'm joined by Brandon Clay, who's taking a second to put on his analyst hat, so to speak, and join us here on the mic. B. Clay, how's it been going so far, man?
Oh my gosh, man! This is the first time that we've run this day after the state championships here in Georgia. It's been flat awesome. You look at, tough pass stuff from Alexis Brown. I really like her. When she looks over and says, "My bad," I love it. 139 right there out of Morgan County. She had a great year. You look at Brooke Copeland out there, number 150, who's committed to go to Florida, already signed actually. Those kids in theory don't have to be here. Taya Cooper and Kalai Robinson were great earlier today. Yeah. Both ranked in the top 25. Plenty of scholarship offers. Just won a state title yesterday at McEachern. Not only did they come out here, they came out here and put on a show, Marcus. They really came out here and got after it. So it's been great, both in the underclass division this morning, but in the upper class division today, they really have been here getting after it, as you see Kayla Smith finish.
Yeah, Cooper and Robinson, they show why they're at the point that they're at, why they're ranked where they are by Prospects Nation. They're gym rats.
Literally, man. I mean, I just sent a tweet out just a minute ago, saying it was a big-time day. They could have taken the day off and, relaxed, but they came in here, got a couple hours of skill work with Adrian Penland, Christian Simmons, and then, got a couple quality runs in as well. It's just cool to see kids do things like that, and you realize why they are as good as they are when you see them putting in that work, man.
Speaking of putting in work, we've got a couple players on the court that have been doing just that. You got number 193, Caitlin Duncan, here out of Commerce, Georgia. You've got Brooke Copeland, the Florida signee out here as well. Give us some of your thoughts on some of the additional pieces that are here on the floor right now.
Obviously Duncan has been really, really good. I thought of Kayla Smith, out here wearing 102 right here in front of us at half court. He had a great year for Fayette County High School. She's no stranger to EBA events. She has been on our radar for years now. We actually used to train in this same gym, back before we even made the transition national 5 years ago, when she was in here grinding it out with us even back then. So, just to see her progression today and see the way that she's playing, you're seeing Copeland taking that jumper there. I like that. There's just been a lot of quality pieces. Brianna Locke has got the ball, feed Smith. I mean, everywhere you look, there's a player, not to mention Stephanie Watts over there on the other court going through skills and drills right now. She just came out and added a signature performance, top 25 in the country in 2015 out of Charlotte, North Carolina.
Hey, we see pound buckets everywhere all over the Twitter sphere. Can you think of a better reflection of that than Stephanie Watts?
Man, she gets it done, doesn't she? You talk about, just her ability. I was just talking with her, actually done the skill work, to score it with the ball in her hands. And one of the things that she's going to be able to do at the next level as well is score it with the ball not in her hands, coming off of the wing, to make plays, whether it be along a kid like a Taya Cooper. Watts already committed to go to North Carolina. And you're seeing kids get to do some cool stuff. I mentioned that to the underclass group earlier. This is an ability to play in an organized setting, but it's not so organized that you can't do some things that you maybe traditionally don't do. You see Copeland there take it coast to coast and make that play and finish it. You see her now with the ball in her hands. Last game she was playing alongside Taya Cooper, so that wasn't really her role. So just getting to do different things, even inside of a different, the short span of camp, it's been a lot of fun.
Beyond the competition that takes place in these games, talk about the skill development piece, from the Team PSB staff. We've got We Work Hoops, Christian Simmons in here, Adrian Penland. Touch base on that aspect of EBA.
Well, when you look at those guys and what they do, just in terms of trying to get better, one of the things we saw, I like that shot that Jasmine Nova took right there, 2015 golf from North Carolina. I want to make sure I mention, that's power, man. That's power. I like that. That's an unsigned senior right there. She's good, Xavier White. But, these kids have an opportunity to go through great drill sets. You look at the stuff they're doing across the way from us right now, Marcus, and it's pound, 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 counter, counter. You've got Erica Cassell, a 2016 post player, getting to work on some ball handling stuff that she doesn't normally do. Stephanie Watts gets to work on some post stuff offensively. They went through some 3-on-3 stuff earlier, talking about shooting the gap, hedging the ball screen. It's hard to find, even if your coaches are teaching that, it's hard to find a a place where there's enough talent on the floor for you to really have to implement it inside of game situations. That's exactly what we've been able to create, and it's a real blessing, quite honestly, both for us as trainers and evaluators, but also for the kids.
Belcher has the ball. She's gotten quite a few buckets herself as well in exhibition play here today.
She's tough. One of the better unsigned seniors remaining in the state. I know she's mentioned that, you know, she's open to maybe going even the junior college route, similar to Tiffany Lewis, who used to play in the EBA events, and the transition that she's made this year at Chipola. Belcher can make shots, can handle the basketball, does a lot of things well. You can see Kyle Moore really coaching right now. International director of scouting at this point, but we got him on the bench today.
You don't got enough stamps in your passport to make
Kyle Moore. Nah, man. If they say 30's the new 20, man, he's still in his teens, man. He's killing them right now.
As the aforementioned Belcher, number 131 in the black jerseys with the ball right now.
Well, she just does such a good job, right on cue. Gets caught for double dribble, but the way she settled her rocker to come back, you can't teach a kid to do that. She's got a savvy about her game and the skill to really be able to put it all together. It's been great to watch her grow and develop as a prospect. I remember when she was attending the Wesleyan School, has finished up at North Gwinnett, and really just had a really good high school career, and now put herself in a position where she's got multiple options, and now just has to figure out what she wants to do for college, whether she wants to go to a four-year institution right off the bat, as she knocks down that bank shot, or put herself in a position where she goes to a two-year deal.
Nice kiss off the glass right there. Nice kiss off the glass right there by Belcher. She went from Wesleyan to North Gwinnett. Not bad.
No, not at all, man. Well, actually, I remember it was a move. Her folks actually lived, closer to Wesleyan and then moved out to North Gwinnett West. So it made sense for her to go there. And Lexi Brown put with it, and those kids were there. And Wesleyan obviously been really good. They were in the state championship game again this year. So either way, you couldn't go wrong program-wise. They did a great thing for her, and she's really succeeded and blossomed as a result.
We've got players from Tennessee, we've got players from Ohio, several states represented here, but when you talk about Gwinnett County basketball, talk about that and the string of players that you see come through the EBA pipeline over the past years and even present day.
Well, it's amazing. It really started, as far as EBA goes, the phrase Elite Basketball Academy was coined by none other than Kyle Moore, working out with a couple of kids, Kayla Davis being one, Alex Montgomery, now is playing professionally. And I remember looking at Kyle and saying, hey, we got to come up with a cool name for this, man. And we were actually standing right here about the free throw line, and Kyle goes, hey, man, we should call it the Elite Basketball Academy. And thus the Elite Basketball Academy was born. Before that, we were just training. We didn't have a cool name or a descriptive for it per se. And now you look at what we're doing, and even back to the Maya Moore days, back in 2005, 2006, being able to work out with her, really getting it started, seeing that there was a need, and a niche for the elite level girls to be able to get in and get rolling, man.
An interesting matchup there, as you've already touched base on Brooke Copeland as well as Caitlin Duncan. We see Duncan, even though she has that tall, somewhat wiry frame, she often ends up guarding players that have a little bit more girth on the inside too.
And she's amazing in terms of her versatility as a player. Her ability to step out, shoot the basketball. She did a good bit of that this year for Banks County, but also showed that she could score. She's got footwork around the rim. Her sister Kayla played back when I was first getting started, actually there at Banks County, and so she's able to defend a kid like Brooke Copeland, go pound for pound per se, and still be able to come out on the good side more times than not.
That's going to do it for Game 3 here from EBA Top 40 2014-2015. Stay tuned. We'll have the next webcast of Game 4 right here shortly. Marcus Burnett joined by Brandon Clay. We'll catch you back here shortly.